evening and welcome to this edition of Newsleader on 6. Today is Tuesday, October 23rd, 2012. I'm Jim Fuller.
And I'm Chip Ramsey with the Saturday Independent newspaper. In tonight's news, early voting across the state seems to be off to a good start. Tennessee's unemployment rate is down again for the month of September, and a political action committee is spending $100,000 on behalf of 4th Congressional District candidate Eric Stewart. We'll have all these stories and more on tonight's Newsleader on 6.
Serving you as a local firefighter.
Proudly served our country in the United States Air Force.
Serving Tullahoma.
Helping our kids.
Hi, I'm Terry Stroop. Your comfort is our service. We'd like to thank Tullahoma for the privilege of serving your heating and cooling needs.
This is J.D. Oliver here at the Smokehouse on Monteagle Mountain. My sisters Betsy, Nancy, and I'd like to thank you for supporting our family business for over 50 years.
Hello, this is Stella Parton, and I am standing here right in the middle of Jim Oliver's Smokehouse restaurant. But you need to come in here. We just got through doing a show. We also have a music scene going on here, and I want to invite you to come down because it is your mountain destination. Music on the Mountain in Monteagle, Tennessee.
My name's Betsy Oliver. I'm the kitchen manager here. We serve a lot of ribs and barbecue and fried chicken.
Hey, this is Sean Mayer, and I just want to let everybody know to stop in at the Smokehouse if you're ever on your way to Chattanooga or Nashville. They not only have a great gift shop, awesome food, great entertainment on Saturday nights, but beautiful cabins to stay in. Check it out.
Make the Smokehouse your mountain getaway destination. Stay in one of our 84 lodge rooms and 20 timber frame log cabins. Look around our trading posts and eat in our delicious restaurant. Enjoy music on the mountain every Saturday night featuring the best of Nashville. Our family hopes to see you this year at Jim Oliver Smokehouse.
Being a representative, at least for me, is about building relationships. I consider each person that I meet in Nashville as an opportunity to make life better for the citizens of this district. 10 years ago, I was a freshman representative. Today, I'm Speaker Pro Tem of the Tennessee House of Representatives. That's a decade of connections that have brought jobs and prosperity to this district. Who you know is vital. Who you represent, that's what it's all about. I'm Judd Matheny, and I approve this message.
Tullahoma Drug has a gift for keeping well. You know about prescriptions, but there's so much more to tell. There's a gift for all occasions, for body, soul, and mind. Cards to show you care, gifts to show your kind. There are remedies and recipes and treats, you'll want to eat them. Stacks of books from famous cooks and spectacles to read them. Shades and frames, puzzles, games, dishes, plates, and mugs. We're a Tullahoma treasure. We are Tullahoma Drug.
Welcome back. First of all, tonight we'd like to correct an error that we reported on last Thursday's news. In a report on the Manchester Board of Mayor and Aldermen, we reported that the board had voted to end the policy that gave city employees the option to take accumulated holiday pay and comp time in a lump sum after leaving their job with the city, and that policy allowed retiring Manchester Safety Commissioner Ross Simmons to leave the department with a nearly $120,000 payout. I spoke with Ross Simmons on Friday, who said the amount we reported was in error and that he actually only received about half that amount. We apologize for that mistake and are happy to correct it. State election officials say early voting for the November state and federal general election is off to a good start. Early voting started last Wednesday. Tennessee Secretary of State Trey Hargett says more than 228,000 early ballots were cast during the first 2 days. Early voting continues daily except for Sundays through November 1st. Under a new state law, early voters must present valid voter identification in order to qualify. State driver's license and federal photo IDs are acceptable, but student IDs and cards issued by local governments aren't. Early voting locations in Coffee County include the election office in the CCAP building in Manchester and the CD Stamps Community Center in Tullahoma.
Memphis officials argued last week to a panel of state appeals court members that they should strike down a law requiring voters to show photo identification at the polls because it disenfranchises voters. 2 Memphis residents who lacked state-issued photo identification are suing over the law. They say their votes in the August primary were not counted. Attorneys at the appeals court hearing Thursday argued that the new law violates the state constitution, which lists the requirements to vote as proof of age, citizenship, residency, and registration. Attorneys for the state argued that the new law is not burdensome and is a reasonable way to ensure the integrity of the ballot box. They said that the high voter turnout since the law was put in place last January shows that it does not discourage voters.
Tennessee's unemployment rate dipped slightly in September. Labor and Workforce Development Commissioner Carla Davis said in a news release last Thursday that September's rate was 8.3%, down from 8.5% in August. She said the September rate is the lowest since June. The national unemployment rate for September was 7.8%, 0.3 of a percentage point lower than the previous month. In Tennessee, total non-farm employment rose by 3,300 jobs from August to September, with increases in government, education, and health services. There were declines in trade, transportation, utilities, accommodations, and food services.
6th District Representative Diane Black, who's virtually unopposed for re-election to a second term in Washington, reports a campaign war chest of nearly $3.6 million. The Gallatin Republican says she raised $740,000 in the reporting period between July 14th and September 30th. Some $440,000 of it came from PAC contributions. All told, PAC contributions totaled $1.14 million this year. Black faces no Democratic opposition to her re-election bid. Her district includes Coffee and Cannon counties.
We'll be right back with more Newsleader on 6.
It is said that the eyes are the windows to the soul, and the Eye Care Center wants to make your eyes the best windows possible. The professionals at the Eye Care Center have been offering comprehensive eye care for over 30 years. From eye examinations to eye surgery, from children to seniors, we have the services you need. We pride ourselves on taking the time to fully understand our patients' wants and needs. Each patient is a unique situation and deserves our full attention and the latest treatment options. So call or stop by one of our 4 convenient locations and start seeing better today.
Has your love taken a downturn? Are you in a relationship recession? You need a bailout. Hope has arrived. You're qualified for the Romance Stimulus Package at Woodard's Diamond Showroom. We have an entire store filled with fine jewelry that will put the sparkle back in your love story. Our team of romance advisors has the surefire plan to get your passion on the road to recovery. Woodard's Diamond Showroom inside Northgate Mall of Tullahoma.
Hi, Trim McNabb, General Manager, Stan McNabb Chevrolet Buick GMC Cadillac. We're doing our part to raise awareness for breast cancer, and for every vehicle sold in the month of October, we will donate $50 to the Susan G. Komen Foundation. And we're making it easier than ever to purchase your vehicle at Stan McNabb with our Pink Tag Clearance event. Like on this 2012 Chevy Sonic, just $239 a month with 0 down. Or this 2012 Chevy Cruze, just $289 a month with 0 down. Come in today for the Pink Tag Clearance event, and remember,
if anyone can, Stan can.
Mark, you've won just about everything there is to win in racing. What's next?
I'd like more people to know about ER Extra.
The emergency room at Harton Regional Medical Center?
I just want them to get the best care they can get.
That just gets me right here, Mark.
Maybe you'd like to pay them a visit.
ER Extra at Harton Regional Medical Center.
ER Extra. Extra fast, extra easy, extra great.
Welcome back. A Democratic super PAC is pouring new money into the campaign of 4th Congressional District challenger Eric Stewart. The House Majority PAC says it will spend more than $100,000 on a television ad campaign for Stewart, a retiring state senator from Belvedere. The ads were set to begin running in Nashville and Chattanooga markets over the weekend. Stewart's struggling campaign was energized earlier this month after incumbent Republican Scott Desjardins was linked to a brief affair with a Marion County patient more than a decade ago. The pro-life advocate urged the woman, who claimed she was pregnant as a result of the affair, to get an abortion. Desjardins, a Jasper physician, says he was trying to patch up a marriage that ultimately failed. He says the woman was never pregnant. Our colleagues at TNReports.com spoke with Senator Stewart last week.
I'm going to call on today that elected officials, not just Republican, elected officials to stand up, because this is an embarrassment on Tennessee.
I talked to the congressman today, and he was saying that he knew from the onset that this woman was not pregnant because it had been like 4 months since this episode, and that she was, he is a physician after all, and she was not, I guess I'm not sure of the term presenting or what have you, but anyhow, so he makes that, he says that, and then secondly, he said there was a mutual friend who said that she wasn't pregnant, and that what he was trying to do with this whole thing was to push her to get her to acknowledge this. Do you accept that?
So it's her fault? No, I don't accept it's her fault. I got 2 children of my own, and it took me and my wife both. No, I don't accept laying the blame on somebody else. At the end of the day, he was trying to move forward to get her to tell the truth that she wasn't pregnant. To me, right there, it shows that the man was not faithful to his wife by his own admission. So what's false? Well, he also, by his own admission, and what he's saying, by his own admission, he had an affair with a patient. Talk to the Tennessee Medical Board. See if that is not a breach of ethics for a doctor. Doctors should be ashamed of that. He's given doctors a bad name. He's given public servants a bad name, and he's given the state of Tennessee a bad name. It's an embarrassment.
Have you spoken to any of the principals in the case? Have you spoken to the woman in question?
I have not.
About the ex-wife?
I have not.
So he seems to be laying the blame on you and Lincoln Davis, and I guess the ex-wife said you dredged this up and you're here to turn this out. So you did not have any role in having this?
I'm not talking to any parties in the case. But listen, I'm the one to blame. I didn't sleep with a patient. I didn't have an affair on my wife. I didn't, whether real or not real, record a conversation to coerce that patient and mistress to have an abortion.
You put out your first ad in the race. Of course, I'm assuming in the can before these revelations emerged. Do you expect this to become part of your advertising campaign here as you go forward?
Listen, the ad that we have up now is the ad that we have right now, and that's what we're talking about. When we're talking to voters, we're talking about Social Security, Medicare, veterans, education, jobs, and how to get working families back, and how to bring more jobs back here. So when we get working families, get families back to work, spending money in our small businesses to continue growing our economy.
So you don't expect that to become part of your advertising?
Right now, our ad that's up is the ad we have.
So you're not ruling it out. It's my understanding that you all are preparing such an ad, dealing with this topic.
Not to my knowledge.
And you would know, right?
I would hope so.
Just in time for Election Day, the Tennessee Secretary of State has unveiled a program that allows voters to honor current and former members of the armed services as they cast their ballot. It's called the Tennessee Honor Vote Program. Those who pledge to vote in the upcoming election can name a member of the military on the Secretary of State's website alongside their own name and declare that they will be voting in honor of that service member. Let's watch comments from the Secretary of State.
Let's first talk about the honor voting program. Am I getting that name right?
It's the honor vote program. That's exactly right, Trent.
How did it begin, and give me some ideas on its success, failures? Has it worked?
Well, sure. I have to tell you that I'm not the originator of the idea, but I was at our National Association of Secretary of State meeting. I was sitting next to the Secretary from Iowa, who talked about what they were doing there, and I thought that's something I think Tennesseans will really enjoy the opportunity to do, is be able to go to our website and be able to say, I'm going to cast my vote in honor of a current member of the armed forces or a former member of the armed forces. So we developed it, set up a website where people can go in, log in the name of a soldier. They can put their years of service, what branch they served in, even put a message in honor or memory of that soldier. And really thought it was a great way to honor those men and women who have fought so hard to preserve the freedoms that allow us the right to vote.
How do you measure success of a program like that?
Well, frankly, we honestly thought, we looked at North Carolina, found out they had a program, and they've been doing it for a couple of years, and they're up to 2,500 people. And so we honestly thought, well, we might have 2,000 participants. Well, we're already over 2,000 participants, and the program's a week old. So we've kind of blown past that, and we're kind of curious to see how far we can get now. I think as of just a few moments ago, I looked, we had 2,079 participants in the honor vote program. And what's really neat, Trent, if I can, I'm getting a lot of emails from people from around the state who are saying, thank you for giving me this opportunity to honor my loved one or honor my friend who served our country so valiantly.
Stay with us. We'll be right back in a moment.
Welcome to Camino Real, home of the area's most authentic Mexican food. Expect quality service in a friendly environment that features the only truly authentic Mexican food in the area, with favorites like tacos, fajitas, enchiladas, burritos, tostadas, freshly made guacamole, and Mexican rice, all made from scratch using homemade Mexican recipes and only the freshest ingredients. Come and enjoy a meal at Camino Real with the great food, friendly service, and warm atmosphere of Old Mexico. Citizens Tri-County Bank has the checking, loans, savings, and traditional banking services you want. Plus free internet banking and bill pay, bank your change, Visa gift card, and lots more state-of-the-art banking services. We focus on the service and services you want, so you can bank when, where, and how you want, at our offices or from just about anywhere. Citizens Tri-County Bank, the only community bank you'll ever need.
Our office used to look like this, but now with My Paper-Free Office from R.J. Young, it's easy. We've made all of our files electronic and stored them in our virtual filing cabinet, which gave us tons of space. And Bob here, a big promotion. Melissa can pull files in minutes and spends hours on Facebook. And Kyle's confidential files stay confidential.
We're not totally paper-free, right? Thank you.
My Paper-Free Office from R.J. Young. It's that easy.
Welcome back. Members of the historic St. Barnabas Episcopal Church in Tullahoma are planning a big fundraiser to help with some major renovations at the facility. Jim spoke with two of the event organizers about their plans.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're here today in Tullahoma at the historic St. Barnabas Episcopal Church on Lincoln Street here, and where they've got, it appears to me that you've got a big renovation project going on here as we came in tonight. Tell us a little bit about what's going on here.
Absolutely. This beautiful old building was on the second structure, was built in 1897, and it has undergone several fires and hail damage, and it was never put back correctly for its authenticity and beauty and for the church and the city. And they're restoring it to put it back where it's supposed to be. They're putting in a new slate roof, which was in the original structure, and a lot more expensive. So we're having Arts Market, November the 9th and 10th. It will be in the parish hall and in the old parish hall in the back. And it'll be, artists and vendors are going to bring their things to sell and to show, and we'll have food, barbecue, pies, cakes, drinks, and Mrs. Claus will be in the back part. They'll be taking pictures of children with Mrs. Claus. We'll have musicians, and it'll be just a good time, and we hope it does well.
All right, so what are the times for your fundraising?
It'll be on November the 9th, it'll be from 9 a.m. to 6. And November the 10th, it'll be 9 a.m. till 5. And they can get set up early as somebody will be here.
Okay, now, you know, this church here, as I mentioned to you before we started this interview, I wasn't aware that this church was as old as it is. It's truly a historic treasure.
It absolutely is, and it needs to be saved, because it wouldn't have been saved if it had been left in its present condition.
Did you say there were multiple fires here? There have been more than one?
From what I understand, there were at least 2 and maybe 3.
I see.
Up at the ceiling.
Okay.
It was never put back right.
Mm-hmm.
And then an old tile roof was put on. And then that was started to wax and wane, and bad leaks happened, and they had to keep it from crumbling. They had to redo it. Going to put it slightly. Yes. The day of the holiday art market is November the 9th from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. and November 10th from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m.
Okay, folks, so make sure you get out and help these folks out. It's for a great cause right here at St. Barnabas Episcopal Church in Tullahoma. And I think you'll enjoy the experience of just coming by and being a part of this and getting a chance to look at this great structure. Don't forget to tune into this week's Living Show tonight at 6:30 p.m., Thursday morning at 9 a.m., and Thursday, Friday, and Saturday evening at 6:30 p.m. This week's guests include Derek Smith with the Tennessee Department of Tourism, who will let us know a few reasons to hang out in Tennessee. Coffee County Memories and More visited former Major League Baseball player Wimpy Carden and brought back a great story, and we'll find out about several more events coming up. All that and more on this week's Living. We'll be right back in a moment with more Newsleader on 6.
The highest standard of trust offers a sense of safety and comfort. It's established over time. You know when you see it. You know when you feel it. There's a standard of trust in healthcare. It's the Joint Commission Gold Seal of Approval. In 2003, Life Care Center of Tullahoma voluntarily achieved this accreditation and maintains it still today. Life Care, meeting a higher standard because residents matter most.
Now we see the female present herself to her male. As the complex mating ritual begins, male and female become one. They're typically noisy.
Daddy, why is that turtle on top of the other turtle?
Is complete. The two will separate for good.
He,
Will lay anywhere in the region of
well,
16 eggs.
he's let it all in. Enjoy quality family time with over 600 HD choices, including Charter on Demand.
We're losing it, Doctor.
Not on my shift. Quickly, brush. Roller.
What a transformation. It's gotta be okay.
Okay, nothing.
At Paintworks of Tullahoma, we specialize in domestic emergencies with Martin Senior Paints. You can be the paint doctor, too, when you treat your home with Martin Senior interior and exterior finishes.
Doctor, we've got another one.
Got you covered.
Paintworks of Tullahoma. Come see the paint doctor, Stat.
Since 1889, Traders Bank has been helping our neighbors realize their dreams. Whether our customers are looking to put a roof over their heads, try their hand at entrepreneurship, or see themselves behind the wheel of a shiny new car, the folks at Traders Bank have always been ready to dive in with them. Because at Traders, we lend you more than just money. We lend you our good name. Traders Bank, you're welcome.
I'm Judd Matheny, approving this message as your Tennessee State Representative for the 47th District. When some of you think of me as State Representative, you picture me in a coat and tie at the historic and beautiful state capitol. Nashville's a scenic city. From the Parthenon to the Ryman, it's easy to lose focus. I want you to know that when I serve there, all I can think about is improving your quality of life and protecting your rights here. Nashville's beautiful, but it has nothing on the citizens of the 47th District.
Welcome back. It was a great homecoming night for Coffee County High School last Friday as Elena Lusk was named homecoming queen and Dallin Lush was crowned homecoming king. It was perhaps even more special for the Coffee County Red Raiders as they won a thriller over the Franklin County Rebels by a score of 21-20. The fireworks started early as tailback D'Angelo Rozier ran 78 yards for a Red Raider touchdown just 50 seconds into the game. Quarterback Peyton Meeker ran for the two-point conversion, and Coffee County took an early 8-0 lead. Franklin County came right back on their next possession and drove for a score and trailed 8-6 after Coffee County's Justin Smith blocked an extra point. Coffee County would score again in the second quarter, highlighted by a long pass from Meeker to Brown and a 15-yard run by Rozier. Rozier ran it in from the 4-yard line. The extra point was good, and the Raiders led it 15-6 at the half. Franklin County went on a long drive in the third quarter to close the gap, 15-13. There was some cause for concern as Franklin County then intercepted a Meeker pass and returned it for a touchdown, giving the Rebels a lead 20-15 in the waning moments of the third quarter. Rozier would ease that concern, however, early in the fourth quarter as he sprinted 72 yards for his third touchdown of the night. Coffee County's defense, led by Jonathan Lida and Ben Jose, held the Rebels scoreless the rest of the way, and Coffee County came away with their second win of the season, 21-20. Rozier finished the night with 275 yards rushing. Coffee County will host Cookeville this Friday night in the final regular season game, and it is senior night.
The Tullahoma Wildcats improved their record to 6-3 with a 46-29 win at Warren County Friday night. Tullahoma's defense scored early in the first quarter when Joseph London and Trey Burks trapped the Warren County quarterback in the end zone for safety. Jonathan Stovall set up another Wildcat touchdown with a long punt return to the Pioneer 24-yard line. Trey Burks ran it in for the score, and the Cats were up 9-0. Warren County then had a long drive for a score but missed the extra point, and Tullahoma led 9-6. Tullahoma came right back with a drive of their own and scored on a 58-yard Brown to Burks pass as the quarter ended with the Cats up 16-6. 3 minutes into the second quarter, Burks intercepted a Warren County pass and returned it 93 yards to the Pioneer 5-yard line. Tullahoma was unable to get the touchdown and settled for a 21-yard field goal. That was a Cody Morton field goal, and the score was 19-9. Warren County added another score, and the half ended with Tullahoma leading 19-16. Tullahoma increased its lead 26-16 midways through the third quarter on a 35-yard touchdown run by Marcellus Scott. The Wildcats extended the lead to 33-16 on a Brown to Riley Darden pass as Coach John Olive began to substitute liberally. Jonathan Stovall intercepted a Warren County pass and returned it for a touchdown to increase the Tullahoma lead to 40-16. Warren County was unable to cut the Tullahoma lead and with a long drive for a touchdown. However, Cole Potter returned the ensuing kickoff for a touchdown, and for all practical purposes, the game was over. Tullahoma had already secured a second-place district finish and a home playoff game last week with its win over Shelbyville. The Cats will take on Lawrence County this Friday night at Wilkins Stadium. We'll be right back in a moment with your weather forecast right after these messages.
Are you looking for a new car dealer that offers no games, no gimmicks, no hassles? Then look no further than Russell Barnett Kia. Keith Barnett here today with my nephew Clay to tell you about the all-new 2012 Kia Optima. Yours today for $21,995 after rebates and incentives. With America's best warranty, the 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain warranty, Kia is the power to surprise. No games, no gimmicks, no hassles. My question is, tell them, Clay.
Why buy anywhere else?
All right, the cat's out of the bag at Carroll Street Liquor in Tullahoma. Now you know where to go if you're planning a get-together and want the ideal wine or spirit. Party planning can be stressful, but at Carroll Street Liquor you'll find everything you need. Mixers, gift sets, and all of your favorite spirit brands. So if you're feeling the pressure to pull off the ideal party, come to Carroll Street Liquor and select among the seemingly endless supply of wines, spirits, gift sets, and more. Your perfect party, it's in the bag with Carroll Street Liquors.
Life moves fast, but on the internet, it moves at super speed. Like the awesome video that was posted last night. Today it'll be shared, then adored, then parodied, then overexposed. And by tomorrow morning, rediscovered by a whole new generation of users.
Download faster, upload faster, stream faster, and experience life at the speed of internet with high-speed Charter Internet.
Welcome back. We'll take a look at your weather forecast at this time, starting with your weather history on this day. Our record high was in 1953 at 85 degrees. The record low was in 1997 at 29 degrees. The average high on this day is 69, and the average low is 45. For tonight, look for clear weather with a low of around 50. Sunny weather in the forecast for Wednesday with a high of 78 and a low of 54, and mostly sunny weather expected for Thursday with a high of 77 and a low of 58. And that's our Newsleader report for this evening. We invite you to join us each Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday at 6, 8, and 10 for Newsleader on 6. You have a good evening.
Have a great night.